Hey all, this is David, the Georgia photographer. Today I'm in downtown Chattanooga. It's Saturday. It's the day before the Ironman triathlon that happens in the fall in Chattanooga every year. So we're gonna make our way down to the river, get some photos, maybe a little video of that. Then I'm gonna make my way around and just make my way through the whole downtown area. There's a lot of people out today. So maybe I'll get some kind of a decent street photography photo. Right behind the camera's quite a few people even. So let's get started on this walk. Y'all come along. One thing I gotta keep an eye out for is, okay, there's traffic coming this way, but I don't know if you can tell it or not, but right there is a rainstorm just north of the city. And it's kind of making its way this way. As you can see over here, the clouds break up. They do end. As you can see, it's blue skies this way. But on the north end of the city, this is all a big storm cloud. So I got to kind of keep an eye out for that too. Yeah, maybe you can tell a little better now. See how there's sunlight on the road, but the sky's dark back there. Yeah, that's bad. That looks like rain. Hopefully it don't come down here. Whew. I really am glad to see this sidewalk open too, because that back there was closed for what, over a year? And now we can actually walk back down through here again. That's so nice. That whole crossing over to that side, and now they got the construction there, blocks that sidewalk. So at least they done one at a time, I guess. So down here is where they normally block off Chestnut Street, and yeah, you can see the barricades. And they'll turn that whole city street section into like a vendor alley. And it's like foot traffic only past that point. So we'll get down there and we'll be able to see better and see what we're doing. I've turned into a little bit of a mess here. See if I can cross without getting killed. I've done run out in the middle of the road, cross with all the traffic, because I want to see if I can get this guy's portrait for my hat collection. I love the hat. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna pause the camera. Photo of Ty went really well. That was his name. Made his own hat. That's even cooler. Here's the photo so you can see what I saw. Yeah, this is turning out to be a really cool day. Excuse me, how much your bicycle weigh?
About 20 pounds.
Does it weigh that much?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought it would have with the been carbon fiber.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, these wheels are a lot heavier than normal wheels would be.
They're more rugged too, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Because you ride them hard.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is a temporary structure set up for the event where they sell the merch. And I almost forgot that today is the market in front of the aquarium. The big Tennessee aquarium has a courtyard, and they do this craft market on it every Saturday. So it happens to coincide. We may just walk through it too. That's the merch tent that I was just in. And then of course they've got all this seating apparently for the awards later. And then looks like photography opportunities to buy photos of your event. VIP registration, more merch vendors. Moana Apparel, if I pronounced that right, which I probably didn't. Foods. Bicycle service tent where they'll work on your bike. Now they've got a massage tent. The Quintana Roo bicycle dealership. I looked these things up yesterday because I photographed one in the back of a truck. These are like $5,000 and $6,000 bicycles. People that do this take it very seriously, but you have to, I guess, considering the gravity of what you're about to embark on. With a full marathon, 100 miles on a bike and so many miles by water, it's a long way. How you doing?
not on the bottom. Yeah, so.
Well, this is where they'll finish tomorrow, and they'll come from that way. Of course, they've got it blocked off right now to keep people from wandering down in through here, but yeah, and it's such a grueling event. I was here a year or two ago and got down here, like you can see it in a video. I'm pretty sure I remember putting it in video, but there'd be people, they'd pass through the finish line and there would be pairs of people that would catch them, and then they'd start hydrating them because it would just take so much out of the person to complete such this event as this. And they'd carry them and sit them down somewhere so they could recover. But it was just amazing to watch. They'd have teams of people there just for that job. See the bottled water right there? There's a lot more of that if I had to guess. They must be checking their bikes in today. Everybody's bringing them down here. Oh, now what is this? It's a whole section down here I didn't know about. I'm not really sure what's in these bags. Looks like bicycle helmets and stuff. But maybe it's registration equipment that they have to register for the event. I don't know. But they're all staged numerically. There's a lot going on in there. There's even more down there. Okay. There's the bike parking lot. You have to check your bike in and leave it. I guess they probably do what they call it, pre-race inspections on them, make sure they're legal. I don't know. It takes up this whole parking lot. There's so many of them. All right, I'm gonna get a photo of this before they find out I'm not an athlete and throw me out because I'm in the athlete area. Okay, I figured it out. They stage the specific apparel and equipment for each relay. This is the bike gear. The red part's a different section. See, and here's where they enter the river to go swim. They'll go this way down that ramp to the river. I don't know where they come out of the river at. It's interesting to see that the road's blocked way up there. Everybody's still standing on the sidewalk. This part of the road's completely open to foot traffic right now. We're gonna go over here to the aquarium and see what the market has in it. I'll give you the walkthrough. I don't know when they're gonna stop doing the market here. Well, you know, if it's the first cold Saturday or what. They have a date, I'm sure, but you get the idea of the kind of things that are for sale. Foods, woodworking, jewelry. Looks like soaps. Well, it kind of looks like artistry. Mushroom coffee. Daisy Dukes made in the South. Looks, I don't know what that is. Crocheted animals. Those are cool. Honey, let's see, acai drinks. The fresh fruit people are always here. Jewelry again, seasonings, beef jerky, more food vendors, bath products, more jewelry, purses and book bags. Children's clothes, particularly looks like little girls' clothing. The stream where the kids play. This is a really cool spot to do a photo if there's enough kids. You need about 6 or 8 of them playing on both sides of those little ramps for it to like really work, but it don't look balanced unless you have them playing on both sides, and then maybe even some in the middle. Yeah. Wind vanes and rings. Yeah. Hats. Collegiate apparel. And then you have a musician, Sarah Moots. Not sure who that is. A lot of kids play here too, because it's real shallow and it's easy to watch your children. Carriage rides. See what I was talking about? There's a lot more people here today. These little, I don't know what these tours are. This is hilarious. See if I can get one of them. Maybe it worked. We'll see. And we're going by the climbing gym. This is High Point. Spent a lot of time here a few years ago when Sierra was competitive with rock climbing. But I was down here yesterday and caught the cement truck bringing the cement to pour this interchange in that red cement. That's not dye. The whole concrete is that color all the way through. When they poured it, it was that color. But I got a photo of them with the cement truck blocking the road, and I got it with the dome building in the background. It's kind of a neat photo, and you'll see it now. But we're getting close. You know, they're pouring the sidewalks, so they'll have to build out this. I'm not sure how they're going to handle that, but they're going to handle it. You know, all that's got to be fleshed out. They got to take down whatever that is they built in there. Some kind of temporary facility. It looks like it's air handler equipment, but yeah, they're getting close. Curious to see how it comes out. Back down there is a group of guys, and they're working on their car for some reason on the sidewalk. Maybe it's just because that just happens to be where they are. But I walked by and it was like, they asked me what kind of camera. We talked for a minute. Then it worked its way around to where I made their portrait. Here's their photo. I gave them a card so I can send it to them. This rain has been chasing me down the block the whole way. Hasn't quite caught up to me, because right now the skies are still blue overhead, but it's sprinkling just a little bit. It's really wanting to rain, but it just ain't quite got it in it. It's hard to believe it. Just a few days ago, there was so much infrastructure set up right here for the Bluegrass Festival. I mean, literally just a few days ago.
Waves on Jordan's banks, crossing must be near. Welcome, angel bands of air, and we stand very away on your snow.
That's just hard to believe that you can't even tell it was ever even here. Completely gone. That's just bizarre to me. The Humvee's awesome. Should have got a photo of that. That was pretty cool. I want one of them. Got me some Guatemalan decaf. This is going to be good stuff. Sit down there. All right. I've made my way all the way down here to Warehouse Road. So I'm gonna have me a cup of coffee and relax for a minute. Then I'm gonna continue on with the photo walk. I'm trying to cool off a little bit. They have good air conditioning in here, but they also have good Guatemalan decaf. Well, coffee break is over. Renewed my parking. Hopefully I don't get a parking ticket this time. I got one the other day because I let it slip for like 30 minutes and they gigged me while I was in the interim period. Got back to the truck after I had paid online and found the ticket on the window. So it's the first one I've got in probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. But they changed the app. You can't create overlapping parking now. Used to, you could overlap it, you know, the same station, by a few minutes. That way it never technically runs out. Now they've got it written to where if you've got an active session on that license plate, you can't start another one, which is unfortunate, because now you guys got to sit there and wait on it to end and then start one immediately. Yeah, whatever. I still haven't dodged the bullet on that rainstorm. It is still just lingering over the city to the north and now to the west, and it's coming from that direction. So I'm making my way back to the truck to wrap this video up and kind of vamoose before I get drowned. That's kind of the goal here. If you're ever in, whoop, stepped off the curb. If you're ever in Chattanooga and you want a good pizza, Community Pie is a really good place to go. It's right here by Miller Park. This is all Miller Park. And you park on street, of course, street side parking, but yeah, that's really good pizza. Well, the walk back has been much less entertaining compared to the walk in. So I'm nearly back to the truck and I ain't seen hardly anything. So it's the way it works sometimes, I guess. But it's been a good walk today. We've seen a lot, got a lot of stuff in the bag, you might say, and seen a lot of things on top of that. But I appreciate y'all coming along, and until next week, get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.